po mga kaibigan natin from the Games and Amusement Sport. Always ready to provide support for professional boxing anywhere in the Philippines. At naku, mga kasama natin from MP Promotions, Ma'am Marife Barrera, Ma'am Len Tomas, yung kaibigan natin, si Jeff de Guzman. And then, our friends from San Juan, all enjoying the action, the hostilities, and the fireworks dito po sa Manny Pacquiao presents Blow by Blow in partnership with San Miguel Pier. It's Jimmy Cannu kontra the undefeated Dannel Maamo in an 8-round fight coming right up. Ito po ang ating tail of the tape. As you take a look at Jimmy Cannu's stats as well as Maamo's. Cannu, the southpaw, right-hander po si Dannel Maamo. A slight reach advantage for Cannu. Both fighters are 5'4" in height. 27 years old na po si Maamo. 20 years old si Jimmy Cannu. And you see the big difference in their official weight. 121.9 pounds si Cannu. Only 115 pounds si Maamo. Let's see whether that weight difference is gonna play a factor in this fight. Ito na po si ring announcer Bobby Mondejar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Manny Pacquiao presents Blow by Blow here at San Juan Gymnasium, San Juan City, Metro Manila, in partnership with San Miguel Beer, in coordination with Mayor Francisco Javier Zamora. All professional boxing bouts are under the regulations and supervision of the Games and Amusements Board. GAB Chairman, Attorney Richard Clarin, Commissioner Sherwin Bugarin, Chief of Boxing and Other Contact Sports, Ms. Jackie Lou Ornido. Ringside physicians, Dr. Jose Rolando Rivera, Dr. Gabriel Cabatan. Timekeeper, Romulo Santiago and Kim Dangan. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter coming into the ring, Dannel Maamo. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter coming into the ring, Jimmy Cannu. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 115 pounds. He has a record of 5 wins, no loss. 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Marvan Boxing Stable, Cagayan de Oro City. Ladies and gentlemen, Dannel Maamo. Right across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 122 pounds. He has a record of 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Haiyan Punch Boxing Stable, Tacloban City. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Cannu. Judges at ringside, Noel Haduka. He'll and Greg Ortega. Third man in the ring, referee Sammy Bernabe. This will be 8 rounds of professional boxing.
Okay. Seconds boxer. Seconds boxer. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, alam na yung mga rules sa boxing ay mga bawal. Yung low blow, ha? Gamit ng siko. Suntok sa patok, bawal yun, okay? O good luck, ha? Tas love. Okay.
Ang third man in the ring natin, si Sammy Bernabe. Dannel Maamo, napanggit na natin kanina, he is undefeated 5-0 ang record po niya with 2 knockouts. First time lalaban si Maamo sa Luzon. He has been based in the South all his entire career. And now, he is fighting for the first time in Metro Manila. In his last fight, he weighed 121 pounds. And that was when he beat Raymart Taday by a TKO in the 4th round. Pero ngayon, nagbaba siya ng timbang from 121 last December. He's now down to 115 pounds. Sandali, ano yun? A clash of heads. So a big drop in weight for Maamo, 6 pounds dropping from his last fight to now fighting at 115. Kalaban po niya, Jimmy Cannu, who has lost, or rather who has fought his last 2 fights sa blow-by-blow. Last time out, he scored a 4th round TKO over Ryan Velez in Imus. That was last May. And before that, sa Mandaluyong, nanalo po siya ng 6th round unanimous decision over Richie Kakanog. And both were on blow-by-blow. So, pwede natin sabihin ito si Jimmy Cannu. Medyo suki natin sa blow-by-blow. Now, Cannu turned pro in 2022. Fought 3 times last year. And has fought already twice this year.
Stop! Okay, break lang.
While si Maano turned pro in 2019, hindi po siya lumaban noong 2021. And his last fight was in December of last year. Yan po. Maamo in the white gloves, Cannu in the blue gloves. Okay. Kaliweta po si Cannu. Both these fighters are coming off knockout wins. So they're both dangerous and deadly fighters. Cannu putting himself close to the ropes. Para nagpapasuntok ito si Cannu. He wants to counter. Parang hindi niya binibigyan ng respeto. Ito si Maamo, tinatawanan lang ni Cannu. Remember, we're scheduled for 8. Cannu's clearly looking to counter. He's allowing Maamo to dictate the pace. Let Maamo start, but Cannu wants to finish it. Cannu connecting that time with the right hand. And there he goes on the attack.
Time!
End of round number 1. Cannu looking very confident, looking very cocky. A punch of the round. Let's watch it here. There's the body attack coming from Maamo. And then the smile from Jimmy Cannu. Round number 2 coming up. Maamo's not even sitting down. Yan po si Jimmy Cannu. You see him on your screens. Attended to by his cornerman Jay Naz. At si Maamo naman, his cornerman is Joel Escol. Hindi po umupo in between rounds si Maamo. He was standing up the whole time. Ito na, round number 2. The undefeated Maamo trying to preserve his perfect record. Body shots from Cannu. Cannu's loading up. Again, that smile, the deadly smile of Jimmy Cannu. Maamo looking to strike with that right hand. That's cocked. Looking to land it. Double right hand, rather, coming from Jimmy Cannu. Cannu's defense very tight. Now Cannu on the assault, again smiling his way through the offense of Maamo. Talagang hindi nirespeto ni Cannu si Maamo, and he's trying to intimidate him that way. Body shots coming from Maamo, trying to bring down that high guard of Jimmy Cannu. Cannu going to the body as well. It's going to be a battle of attrition. Nice upper hook coming from Jimmy Cannu. Combination uppercut and hook. Quick counter by Jimmy Cannu. Very quick with his hands. Those body shots coming from Maano are hard ones. They're hard shots. Right jab from Jimmy Cannu. But it's been Maamo who's forcing the action. He's taking the fight to Jimmy Cannu. He's unintimidated by the tactics ni Cannu. Again, yung sinabi natin kanina for Dannel Maamo, this is his first time to fight in Luzon. So Metro Manila fight fans are getting a nice glimpse at this fighter from Misamis Oriental. That's the end of the round. Jimmy Cannu looking very fresh. Scheduled for 8. We are in the bantamweight division. Jimmy Cannu, only 20 years old. Maamo is 27 years old. Here we go, round number 3. Cannu. Now starting off with that right jab and then the combination. Right jab and then the left straight. Kanina si Cannu nagpapasuntok. Ngayon naman, he's initiating the action with that right jab. So slight change in his offensive tactics. Both fighters going to the body.
Ulo, ha?
Looks like a clash of heads.
Long, dito ka lang. Dito ka. Okay, wala.
Is there damage?
Oh, time in. Max.
No damage, no cut. But there was a clash of heads. Might have been a low blow from Maamo. No call from referee Bertabe. Both fighters like to break down their opponent's defense bit by bit and use their firepower to get the job done. As we mentioned kanina, both fighters coming off TKO victories.
Hop! Stop. Okay, good. Hop! Bawal suntok. Dong. Bawal ha, likod ha. Hop! Stop! Ipit, bawal. Okay, ingat.
Maamo so active. Trying to
Play
keep
break, no fans. Step back.
trying to keep busy by taking the fight to Cannu. Now Cannu
Step
on
back.
the recoil,
Step back.
getting back at Maamo. And it's been that kind of a fight. And it's going back to the same rhythm as in the previous rounds, where si Cannu nagpapasuntok and then he's waiting to counter. And that time, leading off with the right jab. Now he comes on the attack. And he's catching Maamo off balance, also being very unpredictable in his moves. That's Jimmy Cannu. End of round number 3. Kalmado si Jimmy Cannu. Originally from Tacloban, Leyte. Jimmy Cannu getting pointers now from his cornerman Jay Naz. Ito bang ating punch it around. The left hand and the right cross coming from Jimmy Cannu. Landing. You watch it from a different angle. That was the right hand that connected. Hindi ka agad na follow up ni Cannu because kumapit na kaagad si Maamo.
Box.
Here we go, round number 4, scheduled for 8. It's been tense. Very suspenseful itong laban. Sandali. Maamo might be complaining of a headbutt, but then Cannu is very quick to get on the attack. Dinilaan pa niya si Maamo. Mahirap gawin yun. No? Here's Jimmy Cannu, again, looking very confident and cocky. He's trying to intimidate Maamo. Maamo is unperturbed. That time connected with a right hand to the midsection of Cannu. Shot to the body by Maamo. Cannu looks like he's built like a tank. Kayang-kaya niya yung suntok ni Maamo. Maski na tinatamaan siya ng matindi. Sa gitna and to the side of the body, hindi niya iniinda.
Ulo, ingat ha.
Cannu can take a punch, that's for sure. Again, tinatawanan ni Cannu si Maamo. Shot to the body by Maamo and Cannu escapes.
Hop! No punch. Bawal. Okay.
No doubt about it, this is a competitive fight. It's going to come down to attrition. Which fighter will have more left in his tank down the stretch. And again, si Cannu, tinatawanan niya si Maamo, dinidilaan pa niya. Wow, this guy is a picture of confidence and cockiness. But can he back it up with boxing? Can he back it up with action?
Holding, clean break. Okay.
Look at the series of punches thrown there by Maamo.
Clean break. Ingat sa ulo, ha? Time.
And for a while, nag-switch hit dun si Jimmy Cannu. High-quality fight that we're watching. Sketch of a raid between Cannu and Maamo. Both these fighters looking very classy. Walang takot. And they're unraveling all their wares inside that ring, leaving it everything they got. Ito makita natin, yung mga patama ni Maamo. That was a three-punch combination by Maamo. Shot to the body and then to the head. That was right hand to the side of the body and then the left hand to the other side of the body, and then punctuated by that sweeping left to the face, connected by Dannel Maamo. Punch of the round brought to you by San Miguel Beer.
Atras lang. Si Coach. Box.
Round number 5. It's been exciting. Jimmy Cannu, Dannel Maamo.
Oo, bawal suntok. Sabi ko kanina. Yung ganun, suntok bawal, ha? Okay, huwag mo suntukin. Hop!
Again, si Jimmy Cannu with a lot of taunting behind his fighting. A lot of smiling. I think he's even talking to Maamo. With a very straight face si Maamo.
Oo, harap agad. Clean break. Huwag kumpiyansa.
Good defense by Cannu. Those punches of Maamo are landing on his gloves.
Suntok, ha? Clean break lang.
Hindi tumatama yung mga suntok ni Maamo. Both fighters trading body blows. Ito na. Nagpapakordan na naman si Cannu.
Holding, up.
And then Cannu pushing his opponent away.
Stop! Okay, harap agad.
Less than a minute to go in this round. Cannu breaking out of the shell. And those punches landing on the gloves of Maamo. So both these fighters actually showing tremendous defense. And also very good balance. Good fundamentals being shown by Cannu and Maamo.
Ingat sa ulo, ha? Time!
End of round number 5. That's a close-up of Dannel Maamo, the unbeaten fighter, originally from Misamis Oriental, now fighting out of the Marvan Boxing Stable in Cagayan de Oro City. It's his first time to fight in Luzon. And Jimmy Cannu, his last 2 fights, dito po sa blow by blow, he is the punch of the round brought to you by San Miguel Beer And that was a sledgehammer left coming from Jimmy Cannu, and then the glancing right hand. But that certainly connected squarely. The left hand with Jimmy Cannu, and the side of the face ni Dannel Maamo. Round number 6 na po tayo. And again, that has been the case in the previous rounds. Nagsimula sa suntukan si Maamo. It's trying to beat Cannu to the punch. Cannu with the southpaw. Watch him bobbing and weaving. And that constant movement is distracting Maamo. Now Cannu is picking up the pace now. Again, some shots to the body there by Maamo. Maamo is also smiling at Cannu. So pareho na silang nag-i-intimidate, trying to intimidate each other. Maamo's not backing down. He wants to keep his unbeaten record. Cannu, ang record po niya, 4 wins, 1 loss with 1 knockout. That knockout came in his last fight against Ryan Velez in Imu's last May. That was on a blow-by-blow card. We're in round number 6.
Hop! Stop! Okay. Oh. Suntok niya, bawal ha? Okay, taas. Depensa. Taas lang, taas. Taas lang mga suntok ha? Taas lang.
Referee Sammy Bernimer reminding the fighters to keep their blows above the belt or on the belt line.
Up! Okay, harap. Up, holding. Stop. Harap.
Again, si Cannu nandun sa kanto. And then he fights out of the corner. Clubbing blows by Maamo. Cannu retaliating with the right hand. Cannu has to go back to his right jab. That's it. Throwing that right jab once more. And Cannu sometimes gets caught up with the moment and tries to go for a knockout. And he forgets to throw the jab to set up his big punch. That's the end of round number 6. Remember, we are scheduled for 7. Or rather, scheduled for 8. And we are going into round number 7. Ito po ang ating punch of the round. That was a punch to the side of the body by Cannu. And another one to the body. And Maamo can take those shots. Jimmy Cannu. He's been the ferocious tiger in the ring. And Dannel Maamo not backing down.
Atras.
He wants to preserve his unbeaten record. 5-0 ang kanyang record with 2 knockouts. We are now in round number 7. Huwag niyong kalilimutan to subscribe and follow us on our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube. Nakatama doon ng magandang kanan si Cannu as Maamo was moving forward. Matibay si Maamo. He can take a punch. Right jab coming from Cannu. And that's what we were saying. He needs to lead off with that right jab to set up the big left. But Cannu can hurt you with either hand. And now the body movement by Cannu as he continues to play around with his opponent Maamo. Maamo, however, is all business, but he takes some good solid shots from Cannu. And he can't penetrate that tough defense ni Jimmy Cannu.
Okay, stop. Atras, atras. Atras. Okay.
We said this could go down to a war of attrition kung sinong matibay dito towards the end will win this fight. Looks like both these fighters are super in good condition to go 8 rounds. Maybe even 10. Kung sakasakali this was scheduled for 10. These guys are in excellent condition.
Ready tali, coach ha? Tali ha?
Oh, nakatama doon si Maamo. Right hand.
Hop, stop! Break. Oh, harap agad. Hey.
Cannu realizing that southpaws are vulnerable to that right straight. Kanya, magandang depensa ni Cannu. Anticipated niya yung pagpasok ng kanan na suntok ni Maamo. Doing a good job. Jimmy Cannu defensively in staving off Dannel Maamo.
Okay, harap. Time!
End of the round.
Coach, plaster.
And now we're going to the 8th round,
Ready,
the final round of this contest.
Hi, ma'am, sir. Okay. Coach, last round.
Punch of the round coming up. Brought to you by San Miguel Beer.
Napasiran mo na, coach.
Tumama yun, but that was a glancing blow. Right hand coming from Dannel Maamo.
Last round na,
And Jimmy
no?
Cannu's hands
Wala pa. Doon mo na.
concealing his head, protecting his head
Okay.
from the head shots
Kamay,
coming from
kamay.
Dannel Maamo.
Okay.
Okay, touch gloves. Round number 8, the final round. This could decide kung sino mananalo ng laban. Wala na munang tawanan. It's all business.
Hop, hop. Stop, 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 stop.
And
Stop.
the outcome on the
Don't
line. There's a loose tape on the glove of Maamo.
Okay, back.
Tinanggal ni referee Bertabe. Here we go again.
Holding, holding. Oh, hop.
Cannu looks like he's going for broke. He wants that knockout. He's putting his entire body weight behind his shots.
Aha. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay, box. Hop, stop. Bawal yan. Bawal, 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 bawal.
Maamo continued to press his attack. And that's been the tenor of this fight. Siya yung agresibo eh. At kumakaunter si Cannu, hinihintay niyang pumasok si Maamo. And then he goes on the attack. Nice uppercut, and then the right coming from Jimmy Cannu in that combination.
Hop, stop.
Less than a minute to go in this fight.
Clean break. Walang kulak. Tuloy na.
Looks like it's going to go to the distance.
Taas lang ha. Ganyan.
And that defense of Cannu has been very difficult to penetrate. Maamo, when he comes in, he's looking to attack the body first. Yan ang kanyang priority. Pero mahirap din tamaan si Jimmy Cannu. That's a 10-second clapper that we've heard. Patapos na yung laban. And that's it. This will go the distance. And it will go to the scorecards. Malalaman po natin momentarily kung sino nanalo sa laban. Went the distance, went 8 rounds. Jimmy Cannu with his excellent defense. Very intimidating style. At si Maamo naman, hoping to preserve his unbeaten record. First time to fight in Luzon. A tough fight para sa kanya. Jimmy Cannu, you see him unmarked. Very cocky, very confident. And let's see which fighter will prevail in this fight as our ring announcer, Bobby Mondahar, awaits the form sheet from the Games and Amusements Board to show kung sino po nanalo. The 3 judges, Noel Haduka, Hilco, and Greg Ortega, will be deciding kung sino nanalo sa laban. Tough grind. He went 8 rounds. And for Jimmy Cannu, ito po ang kanyang 3rd straight appearance sa blow-by-blow. Suki na po natin si Jimmy Cannu. Dannel Maamo, first time to fight in Luzon. And it's nice to know that more and more fans are tuning in to watch Blow by Blow on TV and on our social media platforms. And this has certainly become the favorite boxing show of Filipino fight fans all over the world. Okay, we've got ring announcer Bobby Mondahar to announce the winner of this contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, here are the scores of the 3 judges. Judge Haduka scored it 76-76. Judge Hilco scored it 77-75. Maamo. Judge Greg Ortega scored it 76-76. We have a majority draw. Tabla.
It's going down to a majority draw, although one judge had it for Maamo. So both fighters looking very relieved. I thought Maamo thought that he lost. And Cannu, very confident in this fight, and he lifts Maamo off the ground. Maamo, that's the same thing. Kanina, nagkakasuyaan yung dalawa. They were trying to intimidate each other. Boy, this fight deserves a rematch. Those guys are 2 classy fighters. They deserve a second chance to go at it. A majority draw has been announced as 2 judges called it a draw. One judge called it for Maamo. Jimmy Cannu, he had his moments, and so did Dannel Maamo. Maamo, by the way, he preserves his unbeaten record. Round number 5. Ito po yung highlights. Nakatama doon si Cannu. Watch it from a different angle, the right hand. Pero ang tapang ni Maamo, matibay. Ang dami niyang suntok na sinalo galing kay Jimmy Cannu. But he never flinched. He never got hurt. And he was standing his ground the whole time. So I thought both fighters gave it their all. And that majority draw was a justifiable decision. Tama lang, walang panalo, walang natalo. A majority draw between Jimmy Cannu and Dannel Maamo.